ஸோ இன்னைக்கு நான் வந்து அந்த என்டையர் ப்ராசஸ் ஆஃப் மெடிடேஷனை நான் கவர் பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணுறேன் நான். ஸோ மெடிடேஷன்ன்ற போது the whole idea is to calm the mind. Okay. Because நம்மக்கிட்ட டைம் ஷார்ட்டாக இருக்கிறதுனால I'll jump straight into it and go through the whole step. We'll have 2 sessions. First one to quieten the mind, and next we'll do the breath meditation. Okay. To begin with வந்து நமக்கு மெயினாக to begin with, I think it is very important for us to understand what is mind. Okay. Mind நம்ம வந்து நான் இப்போ வந்து நான் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒரு 40 minutes I might be keep referring மைண்ட்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ மைண்டுனா என்னன்றதுக்கு வந்து ஒரு ஷார்ட் எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ இந்த எக்ஸசைஸில் வாட் ஐ சஜஸ்ட் நீங்கள் எங்கே உட்காந்துருக்கீங்களோ ஜஸ்ட் காமாக குவைட்டாக கண்ணை மூடிட்டு ஒரு 1 minute with your eyes closed comfortably just observe what is happening inside of you. எதுவும் பண்ண வேணாம், ஜஸ்ட் கண்ணை க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு ஒரு 1 minute just observe inside yourself. Now gently open your eyes. ஸோ டிப்பிக்கலாக வந்து நீங்கள் இப்போ கண்ணை மூடினோன்னே என்ன நடக்கும்னா வந்து ஃபார் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 5 or 10 seconds you will find that the mind is very quiet. Okay. But after those 5 or 10 seconds ஒரு 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 இன்னர் சாட்டர், ஒரு திங்கிங் will start. Okay. This is normal for everybody. And you will find that மெயினாக என்ன இருக்கும், தாட்ஸ் ஏதாவது பாஸ்ட்டை பற்றி இருக்கும், இல்லை ஃபியூச்சரை பற்றி இருக்கும். யூ மைட் பி திங்கிங், ஓ இன்னைக்கு காலையில் இது நடந்தது இல்லை, இல்லைன்னா வந்து இது முடிச்சோன்னே நம்ம அது பண்ணணும், இன்னைக்கு நைட்டை தூங்குறதுக்கு முன்னால இது மறக்காம இது முடிச்சுட்டு போகணும், இல்லை பிரசாந்த் என்ன பேச போறான், இவனுக்கு நிஜமாவே மெடிடேஷன் பற்றி தெரியுமா, இந்த மாதிரி வந்து ஒரு டாக்கிங் ஆக்சுவலி ஸ்டார்ட்ஸ் இன்சைட் ஆஃப் ஈச் ஒன் ஆஃப் அஸ். ஓகே. நான் மைண்டு அப்படின்னு நான் ரெஃபர் பண்ணுறதே என்னன்னா திஸ் இன்னர் வேர்ல்ட் வித்தின் அஸ். ஓகே. ஸோ இதை தான் வந்து நான் வந்து மைண்ட் அப்படின்னு நான் ரெஃபர் பண்ணுறேன். ஸோ மெடிடேஷனில் வந்து நம்ம என்ன ட்ரை பண்ணுறோம்னா we are trying to see if we can actually quieten this inner world within us. Okay. The chattering or thinking வந்து we are trying to quieten the whole thing. Okay. ஸோ இதை வந்து நம்மளால பண்ண முடியுமா அப்படின்னு இட்ஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஏன்னா நமக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒரு கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் வரணும், நம்மளாலையும் வந்து மைண்டை குவைட்டன் பண்ண முடியும். ஏன்னா ஐ ஹவ் ஹேட் மெனி பீப்புள் ஹூ சே என்னால் மைண்டை வந்து குவைட்டனே பண்ண முடியாது, ஐ ஆல்வேஸ் கீப் திங்கிங், நிறைய தாட்ஸ் இருந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும், என்னாலலாம் மெடிடேஷனே பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ வந்து ஜஸ்ட் ஃபார் யூ டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட், எனி ஒன், அட்லீஸ்ட் மோஸ்ட் பீப்புள் கேன் வெரி ஈஸிலி குவைட்டன் த மைண்ட். I'll just talk a little differently. நான் இந்த மாதிரி வித்தியாசமா பேசும்போது உங்களுக்குள்ள என்ன நடக்குது, வாட் இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங் இன்சைட் ஆஃப் யூன்னு நீங்க கவனிங்க. ஓகே. as I'm speaking, I'm going to put gaps between the words. Okay. as I'm speaking, I'm going to put gaps between my words, and in those gaps just watch inside of yourself what's actually happening. If you notice, your mind is just quiet. Quietly, it is just waiting and seeing what Prashant is going to speak next. இந்த பீரியட்லயே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 30 to 40 செகண்ட்ஸ் வந்து உங்க மைண்ட் வந்து குவைட்டா இருந்திருக்கு. ஓகே, குவைட் 100% குவைட்டா இல்லைனாலும் அட்லீஸ்ட் மோஸ்ட் there are very very few thoughts which actually came in between. Okay, to actually be free of thoughts for 30 to 40 seconds is not a small achievement. It's something really huge. Okay, even for long term meditators, having a mind which is free of thoughts, it's, I mean, like எப்பவுமே கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் thoughts வரும், but at least get the confidence that yes, you also can do it. Okay, that's the whole idea. Okay, so uh, நம்ம வந்து எடுத்தோன்னு வந்து ஐ மீன் லைக் சி டிப்பிக்கலா வந்து ஒரு மெடிடேஷன்ன்றது வந்து இஸ் லைக் ஒர்க்கிங் ஆன் சம்திங். ஓகே, மைண்ட் இஸ் அன் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் அண்ட் வி ஆர் ஒர்க்கிங் ஆன் த மைண்ட். ஓகே, ஜஸ்ட் லைக் ஹவ் த பெஸ்ட் ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் எடுத்துக்கணும்னா வந்து கார்பெண்டர் வந்து ஒரு வுட் எடுத்து எப்படி ஒர்க் பண்ணுவாரோ அதுதான் ஒரு பெஸ்ட் எக்ஸாம்பிள். ஒரு கார்பெண்டர் வந்து வுட் எடுத்து ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது அந்த வுட் வந்து ரொம்ப ரஃபா இருக்கும். ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து அவர் சீவணும். ஓகே, சீவினது அப்புறமா வந்து ஒரு ரஃப் பேப்பரை வச்சுட்டு நல்ல ஒரு ஹை நம்பர் ரஃப் பேப்பரை வச்சுட்டு அவர் வந்து ஹி ஹேஸ் டு மேக் இட் லிட்டில் பிட் மோர் ஸ்மூத்தா. அது வந்து நல்லா ஸ்மூத் ஆகி நல்லா இதானது அப்புறமா தென் ஹில் டேக் அ ஃபைன் கிளாத், ஒரு சாட்டன் கிளாத் மாதிரி ஹி வில் பி டேக்கிங் அண்ட் பஃபிங் த ஹோல் திங். ஓகே, ஸோ சேம் வே ஈவன் இன் த கேஸ் ஆஃப் மைண்ட், ஜஸ்ட் இமேஜின் கார்பெண்டர் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எடுத்தோன்னே அந்த ரஃப் வுட்ல ஒரு பஃபிங் கிளாத் ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு சாட்டன் கிளாத்தை வச்சு இஃப் ஹி ஸ்டார்ட்ஸ் ரப்பிங், வாட்ஸ் கோயிங் டு ஹேப்பன்? த கிளாத் இஸ் கோயிங் டு கெட் டோன் அண்ட் அந்த கிளாத் கிழிஞ்சு தான் போகும் இல்லையே, he'll not be able to work on the piece of wood. Same way, when we start meditation, we'll have to use tools or techniques so that we are able to calm the mind which is very agitated superficially. Okay, so அதுக்காக தான் வந்து I basically, for even for my own self, I use one or two techniques. Okay, so one technique that I use a sentence. Okay, something like may I be peaceful, and with, what is important here is may I be peaceful. The words are not important. What is important is the gaps between the words. So you can choose any sentence that you like, that just make sure that it's a simple sentence and there are not more than 3 or 4 words. நீங்க பாட்டுக்கு பெரிய ஒரு 10 வேர்ட் இருக்கிற சென்டென்ஸ் எடுத்தனா, by the time you reach the end it will be too complicated. Take something simple. If you're a very religious person or something, you can even take something like Om Namah Shivaya. Okay, and நம்ம இப்ப என்ன பண்ண போறோம்னா, இந்த சென்டென்ஸ்ல we are going to put gaps between the words. Okay, how we are going to do that? We are going to take the sentence may I be peaceful. May I be peaceful. May I be peaceful. So இதை ரிப்பீட் பண்ணும்போது what we are doing is we are putting gaps between the words and we are giving an opportunity for the mind to look at the gaps and enjoy the silence and the beauty in that silence. And the words நடுப்புற இருக்க silence வந்து we are allowing the mind to actually watch and enjoy that whole thing. Okay, ஸோ எனக்கு பெஸ்ட் எக்ஸாம்பிள் என்ன கொடுக்க முடியும்னா வந்து நல்ல ஹெவி மியூசிக்லாம் இருக்கும். ஓகே, ஒரு ராக் மியூசிக் இருக்கலாம், இல்லைனா வந்து ஹெவி மெட்டல் இருக்கலாம். பட் when compared to that, when you listen to a nice classical music, அது பார்த்தா மைல்டா இருக்கும், பட் இட் will be so soothing for the heart. ஓகே, பட் அதோட ரொம்ப சூதிங்கா இருக்கிறது என்னன்னா சைலன்ஸ். ஓகே, so here what we are doing is we are allowing the mind to watch the silence and enjoy the silence. That's what we are doing in this exercise. Okay, so நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம், I will just guide you through this process right now. uh, நீங்க உட்கார்ற போஸ்டர் வந்து இஸ் நாட் அட் ஆல் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். இஃப் நாட் அட் ஆல் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்னா வாட் ஐ மீன் இஸ், நீங்க சமணம் போட்டு தான் உட்காரணும் அந்த மாதிரி அவசியமே கிடையாது. ஓகே, ஏன்னா டுடே மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் அஸ் ஆர் வெரி கம்ஃபர்டபுள் சிட்டிங் இன் அ சேர். ஓகே, வென் யூ சிட், பேசிக்கா என்னன்னா 10 நிமிஷம் நீங்க உட்கார்றீங்கன்னா அந்த 10 நிமிஷம் வந்து பாடி வந்து உங்களை டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணக்கூடாது. தட்ஸ் ஆல் இஸ் நீடட். ஓகே, டோன்ட் பாதர் அபவுட் எனிதிங். ஜஸ்ட் சிட் இன் அ வெரி கம்ஃபர்டபுள் போஸ்டர். இப்போ நான் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நான் ஜஸ்ட் சேர்ல, ரெகுலர் சேர்ல தான் உட்காந்துட்டு இருக்கேன். ஸோ சிட் இன் அ கம்ஃபர்டபுள் போஸ்டர் and close your eyes. With your eyes closed, உங்க மனசுக்குள்ளேயே just within yourself, in your mind, tell 3 times very clearly, this is my meditation time. This is my meditation time. This is my meditation time. Now very quickly scan your body, starting from the top of the head to the tip of the toes, to see if your body is sitting comfortably. If there is any tightness or tension anywhere, if your shirt or pant is a little bit of a tight, just adjust it so that for the next 10 minutes, the body will not disturb you. Now that the body is reasonably comfortable, let's turn our attention towards the mind. Next 10 minutes, we can be free of all the burdens of the past and be free of all the worries and concerns about the future. We can be just right here, right now, absolutely free of all burdens. Now let's just take the simple sentence, may I be peaceful. And inside your mind, just repeat the sentence. To begin with, you can have very less gaps between the words so that the mind doesn't get opportunity to wander away. May I be peaceful. May I be peaceful. May I be peaceful. Slowly, as the mind becomes calmer and calmer, you can keep increasing the gaps between the words. And as you increase the gaps, try to enjoy the silence. There's a beauty in the silence. Try to enjoy that silence. If you find a lot of thoughts are coming in, reduce the gaps between the words. If not, keep increasing the gaps so you can enjoy the peace, enjoy in the silence. May I be peaceful. If you find the mind is wandering away, very gently bring it back to me. I be peaceful. You don't have to force the mind. You don't have to fight with the mind. Treat your mind like your best friend, like your most beloved child. Before you can end the meditation, ask yourself, how do I feel now? Is my mind at least a little bit more peaceful than when I started? Now gently open your eyes and come out of the meditation. So, just recap நம்ம இப்போ என்ன பண்ணணும்ன்றதுக்கு. Um, See, this is what I normally do when I sit for meditation. As soon as I sit for meditation, I tell myself very clearly 3 times, this is my meditation time. This is my meditation time. This is my meditation time. The reason why I tell myself 3 times, even now many times I tell very clearly after enough almost 14 years I've been meditating. The reason is because when I sit down and when I tell this, my mind is clear. Oh, Prashant is now sat for meditation. Or else mind wouldn't understand. Mind would probably think, oh, this guy is now sitting to think. He's probably sitting for planning or something like that. So when I tell this to the mind, it is very helpful for the mind because it now understands the purpose for why the reason why I'm sitting down. Okay, that is one thing. Next is normally I sit for much longer than 10 minutes. Okay, I normally sit for at least 45 minutes or an hour. So after I sit, I scan my body for at least 1 or 2 or 3 minutes to check if my body is comfortable. Especially when I'm sitting for 1 hour, when I scan my body, if there's any tightness or tension, or if I have a back or anything which is uncomfortable, so I can adjust myself so that it doesn't disturb me for that period of meditation. Okay, and the last thing, the most important thing is this is again it was told by a meditation teacher to me. At the end of the meditation, I ask myself, how do I feel now? Okay, I have been meditating. I have been asking this question for the last 10 years, and I would have probably asked this question to myself at least 8,000 times. Okay, every time I have realized that the mind is far more calmer than when it started. There were times when earlier I would have thought, oh, this meditation is a complete waste. So many thoughts were there. So much of I was troubled during the meditation. But actually, what has happened is, yes, there were thoughts, no doubt about it. But at the end of the meditation, I realized whenever I ask this question, my mind has actually become a lot more peaceful than when I started. So it gave me the encouragement, and it was also a proof that yes, this whole thing works. This time is worth it. Okay, so that is probably one of the reasons why I continue to meditate. So these are certain things, and of course, during this, when we take this sentence and when you saw the gaps between the words, you would have seen yes, definitely there were thoughts, but the thoughts are becoming lesser and lesser. And also, in the end, at the end of 10 minutes, because you guys actually sat for 10 whole minutes. Okay, it's not a joke. Sitting for 10 minutes with eyes closed, not everyone can do. Okay, I know people who can't even close their eyes for 2 minutes and sit down. Okay, so if you're actually sat down with your eyes closed for 10 minutes, that itself is a great achievement. And also, most of you would have realized if there were 1,000 thoughts, or maybe let's assume 100 thoughts, at least the thoughts came down a little bit, which is a very good thing. And if you are free of thoughts even for 5 or 10 seconds, that's a great thing. Okay, to be free of thoughts for 5, 10, 15 seconds is something amazing because of every person, a normal person gets 60,000 thoughts in a day. See, we are awake only for 16 hours and we are talking about 60,000 thoughts in a day. So, for 10, 15 seconds, if we are able to be free of thoughts, it's a great achievement. Okay. Now that we have crossed the first part of it, and now that our mind is reasonably calm, okay, now we'll go to the second part of it. This is again what I personally do. It's called breath meditation. Okay, I will tell you what breath meditation is. To begin with, before we move into the breath meditation, we should know what it is. Okay, so what we'll do is again we'll do a very small exercise. So wherever you're sitting, just I encourage you to just close your eyes Just close your eyes, breathe in and out 3 times, and then open your eyes. With your eyes closed, I'm also just closing your eyes along with you. Just breathe in and out, a natural breath. We have all been breathing since we are born, so just the natural breath in and out 3 times. And at the end of the third breath, open your eyes. See, all of you are able to watch the breath coming in and going out. It doesn't matter where you watch the breath, it could be anywhere, it doesn't matter. But you knew 3 breaths went in and came out. That's all. Okay. So, in this breath meditation, what we are going to do is with our eyes closed, just like how, see, we go to a beach and I mean, like, we go to a beach or we probably see a beautiful sunset. What we do, we just sit down in a very relaxed way, and we just watch the waves come and go. And same way, when we are watching a beautiful sunset, what we are doing, we are just sitting down or standing in a relaxed way and watch the sun go down with the same attitude. We are just sitting down and we are going to watch the natural process of the breath coming in and going out. See, now it is not possible to anyway go out, right? So we are all in lockdown. So it is not possible to go to the beach or go out and watch the sunset. So what we are going to do is, instead of going out, we are going to go in. Okay? We are going to go inside of us, and there is this beautiful thing. There is a beauty in this breath, just like how those waves. See, there are many times we could be very tense, that we could be in a lot of tension. We could probably go to a beach or we will go to a park, and we see the natural beauty of the waves, the beach, the sun going down, the trees, the mountains. When we watch nature, what happens after 15, 20 minutes or half an hour, when we come back a lot more relaxed. Why we come back a lot more relaxed? Because when we are with nature, we cannot control nature, right? So what happens? We just surrender. We just are there. We are just letting go and just watching the nature as it is. We cannot control the waves. We cannot control the sun going down. We can't control the mountains. We can't control the trees, the birds. So all we are doing is we are just letting go and watching the beauty, whatever is manifesting in front of us. Whatever we are seeing in front of us, we're just watching and enjoying. That's all we are doing. The same way here, what we are doing is, with our eyes closed, sitting comfortably, we are going to just close our eyes and watch the beautiful breath as it comes in and as it goes out. Now, the why I'm saying it's a beautiful breath is, you will notice that the breath which was always there with us since we are born actually has a beauty. There is a joy. There's something so nice about the breath which we have never bothered to notice. But for the first time, we are going to watch that wonderful thing that is always with us. The beautiful thing that is always with us. Okay, that's what we are going to do now. Another thing that I would like to tell you is, do not try to control. Okay? Do not try to control your mind. Do not try to control the breath. Okay? When we go to the beach, what we are going to do? We are not going to say, oh, now I have come to the beach. I have to watch all the waves. I should not think. No. You're just going to go sit in the beach in a relaxed way, because what is the reason? Why did we go to the beach? We went to the beach to relax, right? We didn't go to the beach to get more tense. We are not going to count the waves. We are not going to say that, oh, now I have come to the beach in 30 minutes, I have to become peaceful. We don't have that kind of attitude. Same way, when we are going to sit for the next 10 minutes, think, instead of going to a beach, we are going to close our eyes and make a journey inwards. Okay? So with the same attitude, let's get started. Wherever you're sitting, just close your eyes, make yourself comfortable. And tell yourself very clearly, this is my meditation time. This is my meditation time. This is my meditation time. This is the time when I can completely let go of all the burdens of my life, all the responsibilities, all the worries. I can be absolutely free for the next 10 minutes with this wonderful attitude of letting go. Now, again, take that sentence. May I be peaceful. May I be peaceful. Now that the mind is reasonably calm, with this calm mind, with this quiet mind, watch the beautiful breath, the natural breath, as it comes in, as it goes out, as it comes in, as it goes out. Try to enjoy the beauty that is there in the breath. Try to look for the joy that is there in the breath. The natural breath as it's coming in, as it goes out. If you find your mind has wandered away and thoughts have come in your mind, very gently, with lot of kindness, ask your mind to be quiet and bring your attention back to the breath so that you can continue enjoying the breath. Thinking is the hard part. Thinking is the work for the mind. Not thinking is no work for the mind. Now ask yourself, how do I feel now? Is my mind at least a little bit more peaceful, more calm than when I started? Was there lesser thoughts during this 10 minutes? With this very calm mind, with this peaceful mind, think of all your family members, the members in your house, and share this peace and happiness with all of them. Let them also enjoy the peace and the happiness that you experienced. And for a moment, think about all the people in the world, near and far, in your city and town, the whole country of India, people all over the world, many of them so afraid, fearful, anxious. Share your peace with one and all. Let them also experience a little bit of a peace, happiness, joy. Now bring that same bring that to your own self. Wish yourself peace, happiness, and joy. May I too be happy and well. May I too be peaceful. Gently open your eyes and come out of the meditation. So, almost 13, 14 minutes we have sat for meditation. It's really wonderful. So, I'll just recap what we did in the second part of it. See, because we did that initial during the first part, what we did, we made the mind calm and peaceful. So, because the mind has already become calm and peaceful, mind had the ability to watch this subtle object because breath is a very very subtle object, just like so it's not very easy to watch the breath. So because the mind has already become calm and peaceful, we are giving an opportunity, a chance to see the breath for the mind. Okay, you would have noticed in your own life, when you are angry or upset or anxious, the breath will be very heavy. But at the same time, if you're very calm and peaceful, for example, today, you would have probably found, most of you would have found your breath is reasonably calm. Okay. As you keep practicing this meditation more and more, you will notice that the breath becomes more and more calm and more subtle. So much so that you wouldn't even know whether the breath is coming in or going out because it will become so calm and there will be so much of beauty and joy in the breath. Okay. And of course, there would be times it would have been a very busy day, very agitated, and all the things. That time you would also notice when you start, the breath will be very heavy, it will be very disturbing. But this process will calm the mind, calm the breath automatically, naturally. So there is some kind of a linkage between the mind and the breath. Okay, if the mind is disturbed, agitated, you will find that the breath to be very agitated, very heavy. So there is some kind of a link between both of them, and it's very nice and very beautiful. I enjoy a lot. And another thing is, at the end of the meditation, what we did is, see, we our mind has become reasonably calm. Okay, see, we sometimes go to a temple or whatever church or wherever we go, but what happens, this 5 seconds or 10 seconds, our mind just connects with the God. Okay, the mind becomes just 5 seconds or something like that, and with that connected mind, when it is for a moment it is quiet, we pray to the God, right? And it has a power. But here what is happening, you are sitting in your own house or office or wherever you're comfortable, and you calm the mind, and your mind has become peaceful. Such a mind has a power. That's why they say, I mean, like saints or great rishis, they have power. Where do they get the power? They get the power from a quiet mind, a silent mind. Okay. So, same way, see, we may not have reached the power of those great rishis or saints, but we have built some peace, we have built some calm. With that calm and peace, we wish well to all the family members or neighbors, people whom we are living with today, and also the whole world. Okay. And the same way, we should not leave ourselves out of the equation, because most times what happens is we wish everything for others, but very rarely we care about our own self. And best is start with other people. Okay, but it's very easy to love others and everything, but loving our own self and forgiving our own self is the most difficult part. Sure. So what we do is we start with something easy. We start with wishing well for other people, and after that we bring the attention back to our own self and wish well for ourselves. We forgive ourselves, because so many times we carry so much of guilt and everything, and we just forgive ourselves. We are also a human being. We are just an ordinary person trying to give our very best to this life and to the world. So we forgive ourselves, we accept ourselves, and we make peace with ourselves. So this is the whole process. What I will do is I also have, because at the end of what I sometime back, about 6 months back, a friend had asked me to record and give him a 10-minute meditation. Okay, so normally I go every 6 months. I go for a 10-day retreat. Okay, in a 10-day retreat, what I do is I go to this forest which is in Perth in Australia. It is 60 kilometers away from the Perth city. It's in the forest. I just take about 20 packets of MRT, MTR, and all those ready to cook stuff. Stay alone in a room, and I'm with myself for 10 whole days. Mostly, I wouldn't even see anybody. I would definitely not talk with anyone. I wouldn't have a phone, internet, nothing. I live with myself. At the end of 10 days, I just did this recording of 10 minutes. So you will notice that actually I have difficulty even to start talking when doing that recording. Just initial first few days, try to use that recording and sit morning and evening twice. You would find that a little helpful to begin with. After that, you don't even need that recording. um, if you have anything, just reach out to me. I'll just switch on my WhatsApp right now. So if you have any questions, you just message me in WhatsApp. I'll just stay for some more time here. You can always ask questions. I really hope this was useful for all of you. uh, in any case, what always happens is I always enjoy teaching meditation. So, irrespective of what, I have enjoyed this process. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, coming and listening. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I'll unmute everyone. Okay.
Hi. Hi, Prashant.
Okay.
Hi, Patu.
Right. Very good, Prashant.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Very
Prashant.
good, Prashant.
Thank you.
Hi, Arun.
Hi, Patu.
Yes.
Nice meeting you. Good
Yes.
time. So, Prashant,
Yes, Ma.
specific. Okay. அநேகமா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் லைஃப்ல வந்து நமக்காக மைண்டை காம் பண்ற இந்த விஷயம் வந்து நடந்திருக்கு. எனக்கு இந்த 2 நாள்ல ஐ ஃபீல் so much peace and calmness in my mind. சொன்ன மாதிரி 60,000 தாட்ஸ் தான் கம்மின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அதோட அதிகமா தான் இருந்திருக்கும். இந்த கொரோனா செஞ்ச ஒரு நல்ல விஷயம் இது. என் ஒய்ஃப் வாட்ச் திஸ் செஷன் அண்ட் ஷி ஆல்சோ மெடிடேட்டட். ஐ திங்க் இதை கன்டினியூ பண்ணணும். ஸோ அதுக்கு வந்து ஏதாவது இதே செஷனை யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஆர் once in a while, I think we should join like this and do this.
Sure, Ma. Sure.
Thanks, Prashant.
Okay.
Great effort.
Okay, thank you.
But எல்லாத்தையும் at a time பார்க்கிறது பெரிய விஷயம்.
அதான். Thanks to Prashant, we could see each other.
ஆமாங்க. Thanksங்க.
So
tomorrow evening also we will catch up, Prashant.
Yeah, நான் ஆக்சுவலா தான் பிளான் பண்ணிட்டேன். ஓகே, ஸோ நான் என்ன பண்றேன், ஐ வில் ப்ராபப்ளி டூ சி இவ்வளோ பெரிய செஷன், வி டோன்ட் நீட் சச் அ லாங் செஷன். ஓகே, வி ஜஸ்ட் நீட் 10 minutes. I'll see if we can schedule something like that, just 10 minutes in the morning or evening, something like that, so that we can just sit for the 10 minutes. I'll just guide you guys through the whole thing, so that it will be a nice thing. See, this is what I'm doing to my team also. And now I've noticed there's a lot of problem when people are staying indoors. Okay, not many people are used to just staying indoors inside the house. See, sometimes even our family members can be absolutely gem of a people, angels, but it's sometimes it becomes very difficult. Even with the angel, you're staying 24/7. It can be very challenging. Okay, so it's very nice when we can actually calm the mind, make the mind more peaceful, and we can be kind and compassionate with people. So it's a great opportunity. Instead of looking at it as like a crisis, we can look at it as an opportunity. We might never get this opportunity again in our lives. Imagine 21 days. Modi has given us this opportunity. This coronavirus has given us an opportunity inside, and we cannot go outside. So we can probably, it's a great. That's how I take it.
You're right, Prashant. It is an opportunity in life to stay in home for 21 days without moving anywhere. Not even a small drive we can go out. Otherwise, we should lose our self-respect in the society. If somebody catches us, we have to answer them. It's all not required. Or we want to do some service, then we can go ahead. Now,
And
like Mardi, we will meet.
we can do to anyone is to make ourselves peaceful, because today people are all disturbed in the society. That is the truth. If a few of us can be peaceful, it can be a great support for the family members, our employees, people who are associated with us. Okay, even to our own neighbors. So it makes a big impact. In my own life, I have seen I could go, and initially I thought that it is a very selfish thing to do. But slowly I realized if one person can be peaceful, can be calm, it rubs on so many people around, you know. So just like how one person is very angry, he can agitate a lot of people around. The same way, if one person is peaceful, that peace rubs on a lot of people around him, and it brings a lot of good to everyone. Okay? So today I think one good thing that we can do is take care of ourselves, our inner self, make our own ourselves peaceful, and that will be a great service that we are doing to the society and to probably the whole world itself.
Hi, Prashant. I don't know if you can hear me. All of you all, this is Gaty here with you from Abu Dhabi. I think it's been a very long time since I've connected with all of you all. And thank you so much, Prashant, for today. I've never been in a yoga session before, and I've always wondered what it's all about. And especially seeing Prashant so peaceful and so charming and so young looking even now, I've always wondered how you've been able to do that. I think, as you said, all of us are very busy with our lives and our issues that we face with on a daily basis, whether it's with your family, even being an angel that you're living with, or whoever it is. As you said, we need to take care of ourselves also. Many times we forget to do that. And being a woman, I think that's the first thing that we all forget when we are trying to take care of the entire family and everyone around you. So this is one time during especially during the coronavirus phase where we are all being indoors. I've been on work from home for the last at least 2 weeks or so. The stress doesn't reduce there. Yeah, you're still having calls and you're involved with a lot of more things. But I think more than ever, though you're at home, I think it's more stressful being at home now than ever before. But I'm learning now to slow down in life and think of things that I never actually got time to think of. And I think, like you said, now this yoga now, just little few seconds or few minutes, we try to slow down your life, and you kind of recollect a lot of things. Oh, wow. I mean, those few seconds itself have made a huge difference for me. I think I would like to try doing this quite more often. And you going all the way to Perth and doing it, wow. I mean, hats off to you and your family as well, being very supportive of you in letting you go, being yourself. And then, as you said, coming back as another person who's much more calmer and peaceful. So I'm sure your family is benefiting out of it as well. And thank you so much, Prashant, for your time and everyone for joining in as well.
So it always gives me a lot of joy and happiness every time I do each meditation.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, if you have no other question, bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you, Prashant.